Hey everybody, my name is Jim Farmer. I'm the Festival Director of Out on Film. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is our 34th year presenting films for, by, and about our community and its allies. This is, however, our first hybrid festival, meaning we have a limited schedule in theaters, and we also have a very robust number of films and programming online as well. We have a lot of great short programs. One of my favorites is Latinxtraordinary, and we have one of the filmmakers from that program here today to talk to us. So I'll let him introduce himself.
Hey everyone, my name is Diego Toussaint. I am from Guadalajara, Mexico, and that's where I shot my short film, Mora Chenchi. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much. Thanks for bringing this film to our attention, and thank you for joining us today. Well, just tell us a little bit about making the film. How long did it take? How did you get funded? That sort of thing.
Yeah, so this was my thesis film for for college,
Mhm.
and I studied in LA, and it was during that time that I always find it very weird coming back home, and I always have this like love, in fact, dear love for like romantic stories or romantic comedies,
Mhm.
especially the walk and talk genre. So this time I wanted to combine both feelings of what I was actually like getting at the time, which I was confused every time that I came back home. And I was always wondering like what happens like when I come back in the future, like if I don't come back in a while. So I tried to like put everything in that into like this script. And with the funding and everything, it was a combination of like I did a kind of like GoFundMe. I see it in Spark campaign,
Mhm.
and that's how I got the funding. It was some friends, some family, like some private donors.
Mhm.
But yeah, that would say like we shot it like everything back in Mexico in Guadalajara, which made things a little bit easier than shooting something in LA and way less expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what do you call your home right now?
Guadalajara.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long were you in LA?
So I left Guadalajara in 2016
Okay.
to study college, and then I came back like literally like on March. I now live here for now, but it's because of the pandemic. So usually you get a 1 year
Okay.
permit after you graduate, but my 1 year permit for working started literally like a month after the whole thing
Oh,
broke.
wow. Okay.
So I literally made a short film kind of about that, about
Sure.
going back home, and it's kind of insane, like I talk about bad luck regarding that, but it's
Yeah.
fine. I'm here right now. I'm like have a job and everything. So it like basically like in a way the fear that made me make that this short film came true in a sense. So
Yeah.
here I am.
Was there any particular inspiration for this? I mean, how personal was this?
I think it's very personal.
Yeah.
We shot the high school I talk about is literally the high school I went to, and we actually shot it there.
Okay.
The church where we shot, it's also like 2 blocks away from my high school, which is where every big ceremony was. It was there. So I try to make everything like the world. We make it this small map from Guadalajara called Santa Tere, and we shot everything in this little small radius that we have going on there.
Okay.
And it was very personal for me because we actually do have like a 10-year time capsule. And one of the things that always haunted my mind was, am I going to disappoint myself in 10 years when I read this? So I remember that I wrote myself a letter, and I remember strictly writing down, like, whatever you're doing, I'm sure you're doing your best. Because I knew that that things are going to get tough. So yeah, it was about that. And then also I had this, well, I think everyone has had this connection with someone where you think it's romantic, but no one ever makes a step forward. And I always was wondering, like, I want to tell that story. I want to tell that story, and I want it to end with the biggest love action happening is just a small connection, like no kissing, no grand gift or anything. That's
Mm.
what it would be about.
Okay.
And I always imagine the ending first, which is like they both finally realized that they liked each other at that time, and they probably still do now, but they have their own lives now, and they cannot
Exactly.
get together. And
Well,
that's how I want it to end.
sure. More than likely people will have watched this shorts program before they watch the Q&A, but just for the people who
Mhm.
might be watching this before they watch it, just tell us a little bit about the main characters in this and what they're dealing with.
Yes, for those who don't know, I'm right now like producing like a small TV show will be in the Guadalajara Film Festival, so that's why I'm going to be moving a lot. So
Okay.
so you guys are not confused for the people that didn't hear us talk in the beginning. But yeah, so the movie is about a tween magazine writer that goes back home to Guadalajara, Mexico, that lives in LA for the first time, like in a while, and she reconnects with her high school best friend for the first time in 11 years.
Okay.
But she's only there for like a funeral, so they have like a limited amount of time to just reconnect, talk about who they are right now, whatever. And the main conflict is, do they still love each other or not? That's the big question going on. And one of them, it's clearly disappointed in her life. They're both disappointed in their lives in that kind of sense. And it's kind of this bluff in the beginning of, trying to how it is very mundane in the beginning. Like, oh, how you doing? I'm doing fine. And, you slowly peel off those things and realize who these people really are. And that's my character, tween magazine writer, and a teacher who's still, in a way, caught up in the past because she's now a teacher in their old high school.
Okay.
So the magazine writer becomes this person who's trying to escape her past, but she literally can't. It keeps coming back to her.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the movie. It's a romantic story.
Sure. I really, I thought this movie was very refreshing. I thought it was, and I liked the ending. The ending felt kind of real. It didn't feel like, I didn't know exactly where it was going, but you said before you did this, you kind of had an idea of how you wanted this to end. Did I lose it? Hello?
Jim, can you hear me?
I can. I think what I was saying is that our programmers really liked this film. I thought it was really refreshing. It felt very authentic too. It didn't feel scripted. But you mentioned before you did this, you had an idea of how you wanted it to end, correct?
Yeah, the first scene I had was the ending. I knew that this was going to be about two women, and the biggest physical contact they have is them touching their hands, like slightly, like roughly. That was the whole idea in the ending. So I knew that also the ending was to go their separate ways. So I wanted a bittersweet ending. I hate complete downers. I was like, what if we do a jump cut? We go from them about to open and have this intimate moment, and we cut to the ending. Let's go to this dour, sour, sad ending first, so then we can end up with a nice taste, which is each other.
Okay.
That's what we want to go.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted that ending. I like bittersweet endings, and I think the best way to end a bittersweet ending is to put the sweet in the end.
Exactly. So where are you right now in terms of your festival run?
So right now we're about to end the festival run. So I think Out on Film probably one of the last festivals we're going with. So we started last year on Willing Chicago. That was our premiere. Sure. And right now we're just we're finishing it. We have our final notification dates in a couple of months. So it's been quite a ride, especially because sadly I haven't been able to watch the movie in the big screen with the rest of the people. So I'm trying to organize one day to have a public screening here in Mexico so that the crew can watch it. Because that's been the sad thing. But other than that, it's been really awesome to see, the movie with the other, great movies out there, like other great short films. And then, you see some of them in other festivals, and you're very happy for them, that they're with you. You kind of create this camaraderie.
Sure. Do you think this could ever be a feature?
Actually, yeah. Okay. I was writing the short film, and then I was in page 15, and she was still in LA. So I had to change the structure to make it a short film.
Okay.
But I actually already wrote, I'm in my third draft for the feature.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I'm still working on it. There's still something missing. I don't know. And the most difficult thing right now is I don't think I'm completely ready to direct this feature in particular. I think I need to grow a little bit more as a person. Okay. Right? Not than a filmmaker. It's just there are more mature characters. And I think I need to feel more this distance from my high school self. Okay. Because right now it's only been 5-6 years. So I think I need a little bit more seasoning to completely get these characters. Because I focus more in the romantic part in the short film, but I also want to focus on the disappointment that life is as you grow older. So
Okay.
I think I need to, even I've been disappointed, especially with this pandemic. I think I need to get a bit more disappointed so I
Okay.
can completely get them.
Okay. So what, I mean, you said that this is, if you would like to consider the feature for at some point in the distant
Yeah.
future. What are some immediate projects you're working on?
So right now I am working on a short film. It's called Onan, which is about a nun that has her first orgasm
Okay.
using a vibrator. So they're very different. And I'm developing a feature called No Thanks, I Quit Smoking, which is, it's more focused on, you know, about what being in your 20s is, which is, you know, being confused and everything. It's kind of like Slacker, Clerks, a Coffin Berlin kind of movie. So it's like I'm making fun of my own city and
Okay.
just using this like unemployed young person to go from group to group, so I can make fun of everyone who thinks they know who they are, but they're all
Okay.
bluff.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to do, make it like a comedy, like Slacker comedy in a way.
Nice. I look forward to that. That sounds like something we definitely look forward to. Well, Diego, thank you so much for submitting your film to us. You know, I'm sure our patrons are really going to enjoy the film. And thank you for talking to us this afternoon.
Oh, thank you for having me in, and I hope everyone enjoys the movie.
Thanks so much. You have a good rest of the day. Thanks so much.
Okay,
Take care.
bye.
Bye.